I just feel there's profound feeling about connected the ancient spirit, their great wisdom. So I find that's a great moment. But we, in the film, every now on, we heard about the Maya calendar, and then people always, since I first time heard about Maya calendar, so and then people say, wow, Earth going to come to the end, or some people say, no, that's not true. I just feel there's a great honor and opportunity. Now we're physically with a Maya lineage, and then the Western as a physical person here. Yeah, and because at the Earth's transformation time, and also mentioned about the great shift. My question is, what is really the Maya calendar? Why people said to stop on the 2012? So what that really means? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
If you consider a group of humans who are dedicated to connecting with the universe and observing it in all of its myriad forms, and keep gathering information, like a whole culture, you might say, of scientists who are constantly studying and observing and bringing things together over several thousand years. The profound insights that the culture developed. So in this long observation of the nature of the heavens, the stars, the planets, even the sense of the galaxies, incredible understanding and knowledge that we have to stand in awe of it at this time. But fundamentally, there was a pattern of cycles, cycle of law of cycles as part of it. It's a vast cycles that were part of the nature of the universe they observed, was in relation to our solar system, with the sun and the planets of Mercury and Venus, Mars, Earth, and Jupiter, Saturn, and so on, revolving around. That solar system has a cyclical pattern. And it, at a certain point, it's going through a cycle. Our solar system is moving in a cycle in itself. And that cycle, when it, at a certain point, came into an alignment with the galaxy, the cycle of the galaxy, the plane of the galaxy, when they crossed. So that when the center of our solar system is in alignment with the center of the galaxy, the time span of time from here back to here is 26,000 years. 26,000 years, 52,000 year cycle in the pattern. And then there's the moment when they meet, where my two arms are crossed. The center of our solar system and the center of the galaxy. And so the last 26,000 years cycle, which is in the design of the pyramid. They built this in the pyramids, these cycles. But this 26,000 year cycle comes to a completion in December of 2012, when there was an alignment of the center of our solar system with the center of this galaxy. And this was the completion of an epoch, or a period, in which there would be a new manifestation of the energies of the universe now. Not the ending, but a beginning of a new cycle. And this is a very condensed sense of that, sense of what had come into being. In different traditions, in the Hopi tradition and some of the others, they speak of the different worlds. And we're, from their perspective, because it's influenced by this information, we're entering into the sixth world. Some other traditions say it's fifth world, but a huge sense, almost in the realm of myth of these different worlds, in which the way the world came into being, the way the emergence of different aspects of the nature of life on this planet, they spoke of different worlds. And so,
I just want to say
yeah, and we know in the, we live in New Mexico, we can look out into the canyon and see the different layers of 150 million years ago and 50 million years ago. So 26,000 years isn't a long time. It's just a cycle. But it's a cycle related to the human experience. So this is partly what they were seeing, is that there would be a new expression as there is from each of these times when I crossed that thing. What that expression is, no one can be absolutely sure, but it's not, like you were saying, it's not the end of the world, it's a transition. What we're seeing probably is the energies of the universe are calling for an evolving of the life manifestation on the planet, and certainly that affects what we call humans, humanity. What are we going to evolve to? And it isn't an overnight evolution, but it's kind of like a tipping point, I guess.
So this is the key point for me, which is the evolution of the spirit, particularly in humanity, and that in this time it's a quickening time. And it's, people speak about the date of 2012, in December of 2012, but actually we're already in this movement, and this quickening is a part of what's happening right now, supported by the energies of the universe. And for me, it's very much about raising the vibration, very much about that, and our ability to hold a higher frequency of light in us. And there's an understanding that there's the center of the cell is light vibration. And so all the cells in the human are affected all of the time by light. We have thousands and thousands, or I don't know, millions or billions, I don't know which it is, but of neutrinos, flowing through us, flowing through the planet. And that's a part of this, as I see, a part of this energy that is awakening.
Or being downloaded.
And that it's a time where we have this opportunity to do our own work in order to make that possible. In a playful image, very playful image, I imagine the car. You have to put in the fuel to make the car go. And we're like the car. And the old fuel isn't working anymore. And so we need to refurbish and tune up the car so it can take the new fuel. The new fuel is like the high octane, so that we can have a whole different experience of our manifestation in this time.
Yeah. It's an image. So oftentimes we need to see that as a species, we're collectively in our adolescence, about to move into our young adulthood.
Maturity, hopefully.
Maturity.
Let's skip young adulthood and go right to it. It's really time.
But, I mean, if we just can allow ourselves to entertain the idea that we haven't even begun to develop the potential of what the human is, and it gives us hope rather than the sense of, oh my, we haven't done anything. We've done a lot, but in this process that we've been in for the last 1.5, 2 million years, we've had what are called great messages coming to us of a profound nature about who we really are in a variety of different ways. The great teachings of the Tao, the Christ and the Buddha, and these many different forms of higher weapons, and have brought a message. We're not what we think we are, folks. We have to begin to understand who we really are, and this is part of the process that we're seeing as part of that shift. Is we're beginning to see we're a lot more than we thought we were.
I think the last thing that I'd like to say in answer to your question is that the prophecies, many of the prophecies have said that we have the opportunity to make the changes that we need to make inside ourselves as humanity. And if we do that, we're going to be much more successful to make it to this new time and a new era, you could say, of harmony and peace on this planet and in the universe. And the more that we are not doing that, the more potential we have for the kind of catastrophe, disaster, earth changes, and many things that are going on in the planet that are somehow a reflection of where we need to shift. So I think maybe that's much in harmony with what you hope, but how is that for you?
Thank you so much for your answer. I just feel so grateful to hear the original message. And then because the questions were raised because there's a lot of message around. And then from my understanding, lots of people here, the 2012 is brought up their fear and their doubt and the irritation. So here I just feel that's a great moment to be with you two and then to clearly let us know. And then from the ancient wisdom is kind of the time as what you said, is the new beginning for our raising the much more dimension and more opportunity. Thank you.